Deep in the Oregon high desert. Beneath the sand lies a colony of Formica ants. They do not see each other. They smell a chemical password. A hydrocarbon signature. What happens when a stranger steals that code? The thief is Formica subseritia. Only 3 mm long. It secretes 12 specific alkanes, matching the host scent perfectly. This is not mimicry. It is chemical theft. The workers accept it. But at what cost? Tension. Inside the nest, chaos begins. The host queens are not dead. They are enslaved. 40 workers carry one parasitic queen. They stop foraging. They stop defending. The colony shrinks by 60% in 2 years. But the queen is not alone. Wait. The queen does not lay eggs. She lays larvae. But she feeds them nothing. The host workers steal food from their own sisters. The parasitic larvae eat twice as fast. They grow 40% larger. The host colony is being cannibalized from within. Years later. The nest is silent. Only the parasitic queen remains. She stands on a mound of sand. Her scent is gone. But her children live. The empire endures. Invisibly. Forever. The forest floor holds a secret. Beneath the roots of an ancient oak in the Black Forest, Germany, a young leptothorax queen waits. She carries no sword. No armor. Only a single, invisible weapon, a stolen scent. She does not fight. She mimics. Rubbing against host debris, she absorbs their chemical signature. In just 12 hours, her scent shifts. She wears their identity like a cloak, walking past 200 guards without a single strike. Inside the nest, chaos begins. The host queens are not dead. They are enslaved. 40 workers carry one parasitic queen. They stop foraging. They stop defending. The colony shrinks by 60% in 2 years. But the queen is not alone. Wait. The queen does not lay eggs. She lays larvae. But she feeds them nothing. Host workers steal food from their own sisters. The parasitic larvae eat twice as fast. They grow 40% larger. The host colony is being cannibalized from within. Years later. The nest is silent. Only the parasitic queen remains. She stands on a mound of sand. Her scent is gone. But her children live. The empire endures. Invisibly. Forever. Deep in the Amazon soil of Costa Rica, 1984. A single carpenter ant queen enters a tunnel. She wears no scent. Yet, 40 workers surround her. They do not attack. They groom her. How does a stranger become family? She mimics their chemical signature perfectly. But mimicry is fragile. Within 3 days, she lays 20 eggs. Host workers abandon their own larvae. The colony's workforce shrinks by 50%. The queen is not just present, she is replacing them. Wait. The queen does not rule. She is trapped. Her scent fades after 40 days. Host workers now ignore her. She relies on 12 specific clones. Without them, she starves. The empire is built on invisible deception. The colony fractures. 2 rival queens fight in the dirt. One dies. The other claims 100% dominance. But the cost is silence. No new recruits enter. The population halves in 6 months. Survival is guaranteed. Prosperity is gone. Years later. The nest is empty. Only the queen remains on a sand mound. Her scent is gone. But her children live. The empire endures. Invisibly. Forever. Deep within the soil of Costa Rica, a silent coup begins. The host queen survives, but her chemical authority wanes. She is not killed. She is suppressed. The question remains, how does an intruder hijack a colony's loyalty without force? The parasite emits specific pheromones that paralyze worker instincts. Royal jelly, usually reserved for the true queen, is diverted. Workers now serve the invader with 95% fidelity. But this chemical trickery has a hidden cost. The cost is silence. No new recruits enter the nest. The population halves in just 6 months. The empire shrinks. Prosperity vanishes. Survival is guaranteed, but at what price? The colony is starving. Years pass. The nest empties. Only the queen remains on a sand mound. Her scent is gone. But her children live. The empire endures. Invisibly. Forever. The deception outlasts the deceptionist. Deep in the Oregon pine forests, a single host queen stands on a sandy mound. Her scent fades. Yet, the nest swells. Who are they raising? Genetic sequencing reveals the truth. Every worker carries the parasite's DNA. The host lineage vanishes. It is a slave army of one. The host queen remains. Alive. Obsolete. She is no longer the mother. She is merely the vessel. The family is gone. Replaced by a single lineage. The deception is total. The empire endures. Invisibly. Years pass. The sand mound holds. The parasite lives on. Forever. The deception outlasts the deceiver. From the Amazon basin to the steppes of Russia, the war is global. Over 400 species practice chemical espionage. They don't fight with mandibles. They fight with molecules. The forest floor becomes a battlefield of invisible spies. In Mexico, *campanotas* ant steal larvae. They raid 3 neighboring nests daily. Each stolen larva learns a new scent. By adulthood, they are perfect mimics. But what happens when the scent is stolen instead? In Germany, *Formica* queens infiltrate host nests. They mimic the pheromones of 5 distinct worker castes. It is not theft. It is impersonation. The host workers groom the queen, transferring their own scent onto her. She becomes one of them. But the deception has a cost. Parasite colonies grow 20% slower. They sacrifice speed for stealth. The host workers remain loyal, but exhausted. The empire runs on borrowed time and stolen identity. The balance is fragile. The sand mound shifts. Beneath the soil, millions of chemical conversations unfold. Every step is a lie. Every touch, a negotiation. The forest floor is not just earth. It is a landscape of invisible espionage. Forever changing. A single slave maker ant invades, mimicking the queen's scent. The colony freezes. In this silent chemical coup, identity is stolen, and a new destiny is forged.